Welcome, everybody, to this week's edition of Valpo Football Weekly. Brandon Vickery with you. Glad to be joined by the head coach of the Valpo football program, Landon Fox. And it is hard to believe that the summer has come and gone, camp has come and gone, and we are in week one of the college football season with Valpo kicking it off at UNI on Saturday. We'll talk about that matchup a bit later on, but I want to start, Coach, with the coaching staff that you've been able to assemble. Three coaches who played in the NFL, two others who have coached professionally in some capacity. What can you tell us about some of the people you were able to bring together on this staff, and how did it all come together?
Yeah, first and foremost, I think the thing you want to do is hire really good people, and that's what we were able to do. That's in any successful organization, it's about people, and we were able to get really good people. But it is instant, in terms of what they've done, and NFL, and so you're gonna the players have instant. Hey, these guys know what they're doing, know what they're talking about. Hey, I want to be coached just as a professional would be. So. That's the exciting thing for me and my role is that the players are absorbing all that knowledge that they were able to gain. And then I just think from an approach standpoint, like the ability to think outside the box, meaning, Stanford Rao was 12-year NFL vet. He's, from coaching experience, he had, a handful of years in college and a couple in high school. So it's not like a long college resume, but the ability to play for a long time and get his initial coaching start. I think that's how you end up with really, really good people and good coaches.
$1 million question, and one that we kind of have joked about, is the quarterback position. And that's because you have multiple players who are quality options at the QB spot. What's the plan at quarterback on Saturday?
Yeah, we had three really good upperclassmen fighting for the position. Mikey Apple, that's the thing for me as a head coach, a little disappointing. He's been battling a hamstring, and so um, he'll be a wait and see. He's doing much better. But haven't got to see him at full capacity, quite yet. But he's starting to come around, and then obviously Rowan, and then Karan battling for that position. And I think on Saturday you'll see end up seeing both those guys.
Talk more broadly about the offense. I think there's no doubt that a goal will be to score more points than you did a year ago. What has to happen for that to take place? What has to happen for your offense to be at its best?
Yeah, we have to score more points. And I would say this, number one, you have to take care of the football. I know that may be cliche, but you can't turn the ball over. Can't have negative yard plays. And that could be, last year we did give up a number of sacks. So we got to cut that down in negative yard plays and then create explosives. Yes, we want to be an offense that can sustain 12 play drives, and we can do that with 4 or 5 yard gains. And move the sticks, but at some point you're going to have to create explosive plays to score touchdowns because the percentage goes way up. If you look at drives, in terms of percentage, you have two explosives on the same drive, more than likely you're scoring touchdowns.
Let's talk about the defensive side of the ball. What do you have to do to sustain what you've established in terms of defensive excellence over the years, and what can you do to take a next step defensively this year?
Yeah, I would say, we need to continue to enhance our total yardage. That's something that we did really, really well last year in our rush defense. So continue to enhance that. But we have to continue to improve upon creating turnovers. We do talk about the ball and offense. We have to do a much better job defensively, turn the ball over, which then allows your offense to get short fields, which allows you to score some points. And so, you do have to play complementary football. And so if we're going to do that, we need to create some short fields for our offense by getting turnovers on the defensive side of the ball.
Get more specific into the opponent in a moment, but first, just what's the approach when you face a Missouri Valley Football Conference type team, these full scholarship games? Certainly a unique experience to be able to participate in these. It'll be Valpo's first game at the Uni Dome in Cedar Falls. What's your approach? What's your mindset to this game? How is it the same? How is it different from any other week?
Yeah, I would say this, well, from a preparation standpoint, it's not different at all. I say you schedule these games because, our goal is to win a Pioneer Football League. And that's something that we don't shy away from. We don't talk about a lot on a day-to-day basis, but that's what we want to accomplish. And if you do, you're more than likely probably going to match up against a Missouri Valley school in that first round of the playoffs. Is it challenging? Yes. But at the same time, I do not think games are won by, 2 inches taller, a step faster, and maybe 10, 15 pounds, 20 pounds heavier. I just don't believe that that's completely the way they want. Does it help? Sure. But at the same time, it's about the fundamentals and techniques that you're utilizing and the execution on in all three phases, offensively, defense, and special teams, which allows you to have success.
Talk about the opponent. UNI is a program that's had a lot of success over the years, historically in the Missouri Valley Football Conference, longtime head coach. What can you tell us about the Panthers?
Yeah, that's where it started. The head coach and the consistencies he's built that program with. Been really really good on defense. That's where they hang their hat, and that's his background, and do a tremendous job there. They're kind of fighting a little bit of the same stuff we did with some coaching turnover, and so I think from both sides, like what does that look like from an offensive, defensive, and special teams perspective as the coaching staffs have changed a little bit. So I think that'll be something that will be intriguing, as the game starts.
Let's kick things off. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you. It'll be exciting.
There he is, the head coach of the Valpo football program, Landon Fox. Week 1 is here. It's a 4 p.m. start. If you're not making the trip out to Cedar Falls, you can watch the game on ESPN Plus. Talk to you again next week on Valpo Football Weekly, presented by our friends at Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.